Hi everyone, August 2nd, 2016 was of course, which is today, the release of the Xbox One S, which basically I believe stands for Slim. It could be, but they're not really saying anything. But anyway, it's Xbox S. It's great, light, very lightweight. Comes in 2 terabytes. You can get 500 terabytes later on this year with that, and then also there's bonuses. You can pay extra, but you'll get the Halo edition as well as the Madden 17 when it releases later on this year. There'll be details at the bottom of the video for those. But this is the box. This is what it comes in. Of course, very lightweight, 2 terabytes hard drive. The 4 things that really stand out, the first of course being 2 terabytes. Of course, as I said earlier, you'll get 500 gigabytes later on this year, but this is 2 terabytes, which comes out in the launch edition. 4K TV, which the good thing about it is if you don't have a 4K TV now, or you're looking at purchasing one later, you can buy this. Go ahead and buy this now because it can be played on any TVs. I do see a lot of questions coming through on our website. It's high dynamic range, which basically you'll find that it's higher contrast ratios between lights and darks and gives a more true visual depth, which I'm looking forward to, especially that with playing gameplay, especially things like COD, Call of Duty, or Destiny and things like that, which will be something to look forward to when we get on there, and I'll be doing some action shots of that, streaming of the 2 different consoles so you can really do a comparison, so keep an eye out for that. We also do notice it is smaller from this box to the other box. The other box had a handle, it was a lot bulkier, thicker, and actually heavier. This is not. A great thing I'm looking forward to, other than all the things I've just said, but is the power box inside, because it is bulky and annoying. And recently one of my Xbox One's power supply has actually kicked the bucket and died. So I had to buy a new one, so that was very annoying. What else we got? It also has Ultra HD Blu-ray, so you can play Blu-ray discs on it, which is another thing. An IR blaster, so that actually helps with using remote controls with what you've got, your configuration of devices, audio, visual, video, things like that. Another great thing, of course, is the Xbox controller, and it's just the controller, but we'll look at that shortly. All this is in this box, so without further ado, let's get this opened. Okay, so here we have the box, and of course, as you can see, I'm actually just taking it all out right now. This box has never been opened. Going through, okay, just instructions of how to set this up. They've actually just scared me because it looked very outdated, but anyway, just instructions of how to set it up. You can either put it on its side or on flat, like. Okay. Alright, so we have over here the box, and then we take the unit out itself. So we got everything out of the box, put that over there. So we have the unit straight off. Yeah, I can definitely see it is smaller, as everyone has been showing a lot of the videos out there. What you get in here, of course, something I just did notice then, most of the Xbox Lives come out with your trials. This one actually has a 14-day trial, so that's actually very unique. Of course, your little faceplate that you'll sit the Xbox on if you're putting it on its side, and then just the warranty guide, which I'm sure that gets a lot of reads throughout. It won't be read in this household. But anyway, we have the Xbox Slim here. The cords that you get with it, you get, of course, a power cord in its own little compartment. Then in here we have the controller and of course the HDMI cable. Okay, so we have the box of cables. Of course we have the power cable, and then over here we have the controller as well as the HDMI cable. I'll just put this over here. Looking at the overall setup, we'll just unwrap it all here and then we'll really look at this. Okay, so there we have it. We have the unit, and of course the controller, and of course the Duracell batteries. Alright, okay, so looking at this, we have the power adapter, power cable goes in here. We've got the HDMI out, which of course goes to your TV. HDMI cable in from your SAT or the cable company. You got two SS ports, which are of course version 3, and IR out, a optical cable connection here, and of course you've got the USB, and of course over here, you can see over here, of course the security to attach it to, if you just think you're scared of getting it stolen basically. At the front of the unit, we can go ahead and take this off. We have another USB 3, so this is actually something that was definitely needed, because a number of times you'll have to make an allowance for you to plug into the side of the old Xbox, the old Xbox One. So being in the front makes it more smarter. We have here which is actually the reconnect key, so if you want to connect the connect button, I should say, button, you push that and it will reconnect your controller to this. No, it's not. Okay, so at the front of the unit we have a USB connection. So there's 3 on the unit altogether, 2 in the back and of course 1 in the front here. With the disc slots go in here, of course the disc go in there. We also have here an eject button, which you basically push to eject, and here we also have the IR and reconnect. It is actually a button, as I've heard numerous times before. You can actually see that it is a proper button, which it probably is a smarter idea, I think, because you know, how often did you walk by and actually just, a number of times I just run my finger over the old power button and it'll start up, even though I wasn't intentionally doing that. And also this thing here, the USB, that Smart Move Xbox, we'll put it at the front. Just looking at the unit itself, just around the side, you can actually see that, yeah, it is all compact, and I'm very impressed, looking forward to how they got all the extra features in a box without any trouble, and making it smaller, yet more features. Okay, is it recording? Okay, so as you can see, very lightweight and small. I haven't actually had a chance to look at this, but so to get this on, all you have to do is it just slides in, and so it just slides in and it will click, and then you basically have it on its side. But I'm actually just going to use it like that and go with that. does not. Okay, with the controller, definitely feels the same as the old Xbox controller. I'm just actually going to throw these batteries in there just so I can feel the weight of it in comparison to what the old ones used to. If I had just picked up this controller and even just like painted it black, first off I would think, yeah, it's the same sort of controller. However, it is very textured. You can't really see it, but there is a different feel to the smoother controller. I'll have one here shortly, but very looking forward to the gameplay on this. The button itself, again, with the unit here, is the same button which they've used there, but once again it's a little bit different to the old controller. The button and the feel of it, I can't really tell a difference in, like, there's definitely no difference in where the layout is, but I do feel it more comfortable in my fingers and hands. But I'll go get one now. You can actually do that. Definitely feel the difference in the textured control, the feel of it. It's more inside here and outside, so there's definitely a different feel in the texture. The layout, there's not much difference in layout, of course, because you're still going to use the same controller. But the one thing that I do notice the most is that textured feel. But everything else is pretty much the same. And of course we have the new layout for the old. I have an old one here and I also have a new one down there. But if you want to see the comparison of those two, I don't think you're going to find too much comparison differences, because very similar. They've kept everything the same. The dynamics, like the visual effect, of course, is changed here. They've got the lines here, where these are all just blended in, and there's this thing. But looking forward to playing this. Comes on, we've got a purple light, whereas this one is white, but you can see the difference there. This, of course, is searching for it, and I just heard the old Xbox go on. But I'm going to go do a comparison now with the two Xboxes, so you can actually see a comparison. I'm not going to put it over the top, which I've seen happen before, but let's do a comparison now with that. Alright, there we have it, the two comparisons of the two Xboxes. So we've got the Xbox S, of course, on top. Xbox, which this one here is the one with 500 gigabytes in it. You can definitely see there's a definite size change. I want to get as many times so you can sort of see what we have here, but basically very much smaller. Yes, which the video I was talking about, they actually had one where it was removed and they could put it on top. Of course, I'm not going to do that because that would just be, it's already been done online. But you can see there's definitely a lot smaller, sleeker. And also one thing I must say, that when I am feeling the two, yes, this is heavier. Of course, the reason that is because if I wanted to do a true comparison, I'd need to get the power brick and put this on top, and of course that does have some weight to it. But as you can see, very much smaller, and looking forward to seeing what this one can do. So there we have the unboxing of the new Xbox S White Slim. Leave any feedbacks, comments on below the video, of course, as you already know. Subscribe to the video because I will be uploading a little bit of gameplay comparing the old Xbox. I'll be probably doing CO2 3 with this one, and then also I'll have another Xbox video comparing the two, so you can sort of see what kind of differences I notice. Of course, they won't be exactly the same because I'll be using two games unless I can repeat a game exactly. But we'll do that and we'll see how we go and let you get your feedbacks, comments. But I'm looking forward to setting this up now. And of course, simple setup because, as I said, you don't need the power box, which takes a lot of hassling around finding places. It always annoys me because you can't just slip it in there, where this one you can. Of course, trying out this new controller, and of course, well, this is always the same, the HDMI cable. But there we have it. Look forward to seeing you soon. Alright, so there we have it. Here's the Xbox S Slim. As I said, I can't believe how small it is, even though I did know it was 40% smaller. But I'm looking forward to the setup. Of course, the setup's going to be a lot easier without the power brick. HDMI cable will be the same, but as I said, the power brick's all in here. And using this texture controller, I will be putting up some videos in the next couple of days, probably tomorrow. I'll try and get it done. But I'll have 2 videos of COD3, just the gameplay, comparing the 2 videos to see what kind of difference I do have. I'll be getting on this shortly. But yeah, definitely subscribe to the video so you can get notifications of it, and also of upcoming videos of when I just do some more steps. But thank you very much for watching. Talk to you soon.